Hold up. Shalom, shalom. God damn, motherfuckers knows it. Can't even get started. I don't say mind your own goddamn business. So I just going to give all praise and glory to your our Him, our job, but the I'm not here Thursday, because Friday might be a little wet for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's business as usual. Don't nothing stop, man. Rain, sleet, or snow. I'm gonna be out here. Whether that in, opposite end, the middle, the park, I'm gonna be here, man. I'm gonna get into it, dude. I normally come out here on Friday, but who knows what the weather might be like Friday. This is this is bearable. Hey, the best time to do the work is right now, because tomorrow ain't promised to you. So if I do the work today, don't make it tomorrow. Hey, I bad doing the work. That's all good. I bad putting this work in. People say endure like a good soldier, man. You ain't gonna have bright, sunny, cool days all the time. You're gonna have muggy, raining, pouring down, storming. Six, nothing stop, non-stop. Ain't no excuses for not doing this work. No excuse. We're gonna get into some prophecies, man. About to finish this up. We go to Isaiah 13 and 1. It says the burden of Babylon, here in America, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, had seen. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. And this is the banner. And that high mountain is America. You know, America is the highest mountain of them all. To exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the noble. Yeah, I'm shaking the hands. You know, the gates of the nobles, senators, governors, or presidente tacos. You know, and you know Babylon is too, man. This place is circling the dream. You know, and it's gonna be destroyed by nuclear thermal. I see the empire. You know, and we're holding up. You're not biting out saying, you're not sugarcoating nothing for you, so you can sleep better at night. Verse 3, I have commanded my sanctified ones. Yeah, how about commanded the sanctified ones? The prophet. You are the sanctified ones that come out here and tell you the doom and gloom, like they say. I think Trump called us his first term the doom and gloom prophets or something like that. He can call us something like that. Yeah, I know you're hearing a lot of guys saying they prophesying doom and gloom. Well, yeah, we still here doing the same thing. Because our job ain't over, man. When this is all gone, then our job will be over. But as of now, it's still standing, so we still got work to do. It says, I have also called my mighty ones, talking about the angels. And he's talking about the baseball team, either. We're talking about actual real angels. They're called black men. You know, in all kind of accounts where they said they call like tall black men and like these UFOs, like dark hole, like so called black. So those are the angels. They're dark skin, not aliens. No, they're not humanoids or the Greys, what they call them. These are actual angels, man. These so-called UFOs. I know it's hard to believe. It sounds far-fetched. Hey, we got all the scriptures to back it up. You know? Vice President Vance, he said he's obsessed with the so-called UFO files, man. He want to know what's in these so-called spacecraft. All you got to do is tune into a brother's video, and we can fill you in and kill your curiosity. You could be totally caught up to speed. But you know, they look at us, what a bunch of niggas. What you know? Huh? What does a nigga know? Let them tell us. Of course, the noise of a multitude of mountains, because of great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdom of nations gathered together. Our host musters the host of the battle. So the Lord, the army, is mustering the battle. And the battle is World War III. It's going to take place in the Middle East. We get to the meat of it, man. You know, I can't be talking about how Babylon will be destroyed, and I'm not telling you how, but we're gonna get into it. You know, we're gonna get into how Babylon's gonna be destroyed. It says they come from a far country, from the end of heaven. So yeah, they is the nuclear missiles, man. They come from a far country, like Russia, the EU, North Korea, China. You know who else? Who else got missiles? France, Israel got them. You know they all gonna shoot them on America, man. You know, America's ally, the EU, NATO, and the EU is gonna turn on America. You know, they've been duping you for so long, thinking they with you, but they really not. But you gonna find out the hard way. It says they come from the end of heaven. They're gonna come from one end of the earth to the other. That's why they call intercontinental ballistic missiles. Man. They can hit your ass from 2,000 miles away, 3,000 miles. You know, they don't have to be up close on you, like in the ancient times of war, when they use extra bow and arrows. You know, so we can be actually talking about arrows, man. We're talking about something more advanced than the bow and arrow, man. We're talking about hypersonic thermonuclear missiles. It says, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. So yeah, his indignation, his righteous anger, destroy the whole land. And that whole land is talking about Babylon, America. The Most High is going to destroy every square inch of the state. Huh? He's going to destroy everything, man. And these so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans who are part of the two-thirds, you're going to get swept up into this. But you still don't see that. You still part of the yeah, business. Still attached to Babylon. You still attached to your woman. So, so there's no really no reprogramming you, you know? So the Lord just gonna do away with you, man. You know, you gotta cleanse the nation of Israel. And he's gonna do it with the nuclear missiles, man. You know, you got a big barbecue coming and you all invited, man. Everybody in America is invited. And you don't need an invitation. Just show up, you know? Just be there. You know, and it's enough for everybody. There's enough nukes for everybody, man, here in America. So we fell through the social World War III, you know, and the Most High using Trump to broker the deal, man. Now, will he be the one to close it? I don't know. We'll see. We got a lot of time on the clock, you know. Trump got a lot of time on the clock to make this happen. Not that this meeting with Zelensky and Putin, man, it's just a waste of time, man. It's just prolonging the inevitable, man. We all know the scriptures that they're gonna go to war with Russia. I'm talking about the U.S. They are going to war with the U.S. You know, so they get on TV pretending like they trying to make a peace deal. They can't. They can't if they wanted to. But the scripture says the king's heart is in the Most High's hand, man. So these guys are manipulating what Trump's saying, Putin saying, Zelensky saying. You know, he's in control. And like you said, his purpose. Well, matter of fact, let me get that over again. It said, well, pretty much it's to destroy the whole land. And he's not going to let that get out of his grips. You know how you got something that clenches? You got that grip on it? So the whole time got America in his country, man. And he ain't going to let it out of his sight. Verse 6. This is how ye for the day of the Lord is at hand. I'm reading it verbatim. You got the camera up here. I don't know if they can hear me, but I'm gonna try not to say the Lord's name. You know? So I'm just gonna read it verbatim. Man. How ye for the day of the Lord is at hand. You shall come unto destruction from the Almighty. So you see these thermonuclear ICBM missiles in the sky, man. We would be howling, man. We'd be howling like fucking Teen Wolf. you know? And you're gonna look into the sky and you're gonna see the sun just black out all of a sudden, man. Literally. The sun will look at the missile and sky literally nuclear warheads. Nuclear warheads. So you gonna howl when that day comes. And right then you're gonna know you fucked up. It's a form of destruction from the Almighty. So this destruction is coming from the Almighty. He ordained it, he okayed it, he signed off on it. You know, so you're not, if you come from these people on this tribe, on this sign here, the tribes, if you're not part of that elect, you're not gonna make it out of here. You know, you don't have a ticket to get on that chariot, that so-called UFO, you're not gonna make it out of here. Just think about how the missiles gonna grind this place down like a millstone, man. That's how much destruction is gonna come from these nuclear warheads. To grind it down to the damn foundation, man. To the foundation. How much destruction is gonna take place. Verse 7. So yeah, if you're not a part of that elect, before I get to verse 7, it's just gonna be a pile of ashes, man. A pile of radioactive dust. You know, but you're gonna eventually just you're gonna be blown away from that shock blast, man. So the ones who get right there in the epicenter of that detonation, you might not even be ashes, man. You could be standing there and then boom, deleted. You know? Next thing you know, you in the spirit world. Verse 7. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Yes, not the spirit world. You get that warning over the on your cell phone. Most likely to be your cell. You get that warning incoming missile. And you're gonna know it's for real because you already gonna know that America's at war. You gonna know it's not a drill. You gonna know America's at a war with Russia, with China, Iran, and when that missile warning go off, you gonna know it's the real deal. And do that over. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. You're gonna be paralyzed with fear, man. You're just gonna shut down. You only got like 30 minutes till the missiles get here, man. Where the hell you gonna go in 30 minutes? Nowhere. You know, you're gonna try to hug on your loved ones for 15, 5, 10 more minutes. Boom. ashes, you know? Because the Lord said He's gonna beat His enemies in the powder, man. How can you achieve that unless you're talking about thermonuclear missiles? So that heat in that detonation, man, it's gonna be so hot. I think it's like, gosh, like it's like in the millions of Fahrenheit. That's how hot this thing is. I think I saw something that says something like 63 million degrees Fahrenheit. How the hell are you gonna withstand that? You can't put that out. You know, it's really hot. We're talking about how your tongue is gonna melt in your mouth and your eyes are gonna melt in your sockets, man. In your eye sockets. That's how much heat is gonna be generated. And that's just from one missile, man. One warhead. You know, you got one that can just annihilate Texas right now, man. The scriptures speak about, I ain't gonna give you the exact number, but it speaks a lot. A lot of missiles, a lot of warheads detonating. How the river's gonna dry up, the streams, the brooks, it's just gonna dry up. And you can't go to your underground bunker. That ain't gonna do any good. That's gonna be your that's gonna be where you die. All the people get these underground bunkers, you're gonna die in them things. So the US and Israel is gonna be nuked, you know? And that's just the truth. Verse 8, and they shall be afraid, pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. So you're gonna be like a woman in labor pain. And you look in the sky, and next thing you know, it just blacks out. You hear, oh, 15 missiles for impact, 9 minutes for impact. You don't know you're done for, man. Because you're gonna be like a woman that travaileth. You're gonna be screaming like a woman in labor, man. That's why I say better you than me, man. You can only, you can't even imagine you drilling and screaming like you in labor. Going there, hey, that could be in like 12, 13 minutes. Once Putin push them buttons, turn them keys, he ain't gonna think about nobody here in America, man. He ain't gonna think about the children, you know. He ain't gonna think about, oh, these kind of people live in this area. He gonna say, push the button, man. Tired of playing with America, you know. You know, they're gonna get that old Soviet spirit back up, man. And they already let you know about 6, 7 months ago. They back in that old Soviet Union spirit. Man. That's one thing about the Russians. They don't mind dying. You know, they think they're gonna be mortals. You know, hell, they egging on a nuclear war, man. They want it to happen. You know, the people behind Putin, you know, they like, hey, let's get this thing going. You know, they want to ride it out and see how it's gonna go, but they just don't know. It ain't gonna go the way they planned it. It's not gonna go the way they think it's gonna go. Because once that happens, these people come up, and then you know, fucks up big time. These people on this sun got nicks. And when we come out them chariots, Lord willing, I'm of that number. That's gonna see your ass, Mr. Postman. Everybody outside this nation here, it's gonna be in trouble. Trouble, 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 like Bernie Mac said. You know? It's gonna be fucking hell to face. It says they shall be amazed one at another. Yeah, you're gonna be amazed when the thermonuclear missile being shot off. Like, how did America's missile system, you know, how did it fail, man? Because they had these missile interceptors, man. You're gonna be amazed that these missiles can't get these warheads can't get them. And it says, and their faces shall be as flames. Yeah, like Sarah Connor on that Terminator. She was holding that chain link fence. She was screaming, you know, because the nuke was going off. And eventually, she got engulfed in flames. That's the same thing gonna happen to you. But you might not be holding a chain link fence. You just might be walking online looking at something, you know, or sitting out having your boo thing. And next thing you know, you see that flash of bright light, and it's a wrap. Now we're talking about that happening 200 million times. Woo, shit. How the fuck you gonna do it? It's gonna be overkill. Overkill is not even a word for it. You can't even put it in the words, the destruction that's coming. Verse 9, behold, the day of your out of the Lord cometh cruel, both wrath and with fierce anger. So the day of the Lord is coming cruel because he ain't caring about the children and the women. You know how these people like to pull on your heartstrings. Talk about, oh, what about the women? What about the children? Man, that's gonna matter in that day. The Lord's not gonna care about none of that. He says they to lay the land desolate. We ain't talking about just one city. We're talking about every square mile of this place. East to west, north to south. Now, many a time, this place is gonna be one big animal sanctuary, man. Desert creatures, you know, it's gonna be desert creatures, man. It's gonna be the biggest Audubon and the entire planet, man. You know, whatever desert animals live in the desert they got now, it's gonna be the same thing living over here. This is gonna be the biggest desert on the planet, and nobody's gonna come back here ever again, man. You better take a cruise and see what happens. You know, after the destruction, after the smoke go out, you can be able to book a sightseeing tour. You're not gonna be doing none of that, man. Once the smoke goes out, who knows how long that's gonna be? The tower smoked for a long time after September 11th, so you can only imagine how America's gonna smoke with all these nukes going off, man. You got what? Nuclear reactors. You know, you got the different gas lines, oil refineries. You know, who knows? Who knows how long it's gonna burn? All I know, it's gonna burn. And it's gonna be uninhabitable after that. You know, it's gonna be back to living this place the way it's supposed to be, man. This earth, cleansing the earth, man. You know, send things back in order, man. Right now, the earth is out of out of whack. Man. Everything's upside down. You know, the animals are all look at the animals. They depressed. The oceans are polluted. The sky's polluted. Birds eating plastic. Fish eating plastic. You know, we're gonna get this shit back together, man. And everybody else who outside this nation is gonna do it, man. Especially Esau Edom, man. So-called white man. He ain't on this sign, but hey, you destroyed it, so you got to put the most work in fixing it, man. Pollution everywhere, GMOs, all that's going away, man. Well, this place is nearly uninhabitable right now. Got forever chemicals in the water, in the drinking water. The food supply is tainted. Don't worry, man. When the Israelites get on top, man, when we get the ball, when Jake get up next, we gonna set this shit straight, man. You know, women gonna get right under the man where they supposed to be, man. All this having a damn fucking boss as a woman, that shit stop it, man. Women gonna get their asses back in the kitchen, man. You know, they gonna get their asses back in the kitchen. They gonna be fucking barefoot and pregnant, man. That's what women looking for. They gonna go back to that, man. That's the only thing they gotta look forward to. Serving your husband, man. All this, I got my career. You ain't gonna have no fucking career in the kingdom, man. You gonna serve your man, and you don't do what the hell he tell you to do. Then, hey, you his property, man. I can't tell a man to do it with his property. We're going back to the good old days. It says, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Yeah, so only people on this sign can sin, man. You so-called Negro Latinos or Native Americans, man. The Lord's coming to destroy y'all asses. 2/3 of the nation Israel, man. Y'all asses about to get barbecued. You know, Jake love a good barbecue. Well, you niggas gonna be the main course, man. You niggas gonna be the main course. Barbecue, boy, Pedro, and Littlefoot. The Lord taught y'all shit. He gave y'all 10 after 10 after 10. But no, you ain't wanna hear it, so listen to the nukes, man. Listen to them hypersonic nukes. Verse 10, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Yeah, so the elite, they're not gonna have the intelligence to get out of this, man. That's what that means. Once they push those buttons, they're gonna like, what the hell we have done, man. When the earth gets to quaking and shaking, you're gonna realize, man, you done fucked up. Scripture say the whole earth is gonna quake, man. How the earth is gonna shake back and forth like a drunk. You ever seen somebody so drunk they can't stand up straight, they like moving all around like that, like they about to fall? That's how the earth gonna be, man. How much power from these nukes is gonna damn near set the earth off its axis, man. So you can only imagine what's gonna be happening. Mudslides, earthquakes, landslides, tsunamis. You know, how they have on. I've never seen it in person. But on the cartoons and shit, they're like them boulders and shit coming down the mountains. It's gonna be like that, man. Avalanche. It's gonna be all that, man. It's gonna be your worst nightmare on an album. You woke up from a bad dream. You're like, damn, I hope that don't happen, man. I'm glad that was just a dream. It kind of spooky for a day or two. You think it's really gonna happen? Let me see if it's gonna happen. But this is gonna be a dream you can't wake out of, man. Unless your ass get killed in the process. Verse 11, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. And will lay hold and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Let's talk about Esau, most arrogant man on the earth. All that pride is gonna be humble. Not only it's gonna knock him out of power. He thinks he's gonna get this new world order from this war. But little does he know, it's gonna knock him out of power then. You know? That's the trick bag. He think he gonna be able to do it with the population. Got the new world order going. Everybody microchips on cryptocurrencies. Next thing you about to sit back and relax and enjoy the new world order. Boom, and this one. And then it's gonna be TKO for E, man. Sleazy E. Verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. So yeah, Most High is gonna make an Israelite man of the elect more precious than fine gold, because all hell's gonna be breaking loose out here, and these women, they're gonna be looking for some comfort, some stability, somebody who got their head together. You know? So before the message, man, it's gonna be vigilante groups out here, marauders. Like what's the face said that was on the TV. What's his name? Antoine or some shit. That just got arrested 2, 3 months ago. He ain't no raper man. Well, there's gonna be a lot of raper man out here in that day, man. And these women, they gonna be looking for some shelter. And all that kind of Lord is gonna be able to provide that shelter, man. Like all hell breaking loose. Why you so calm? You know? You know? How is that you keep escaping? Or things is not happening. It's all around you. You know? And the Lord already got the set of women or the number of women that you're gonna have, man, or who's gonna come to you in that day. But that's why a brother don't have an old lady per se, girlfriend. Just hang on in there, brother. The Most High coming through. Look at Isaiah 4:1. It says, and in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So, yeah, 7 women. This means completion. That's my specific number. Whatever the Lord got you, what number He got you to have, that's what you're gonna have. But you're gonna have these women during martial law looking for help, man. Looking for somebody to bail their ass out, man. And they were like, oh, I've been on the run for 3, 4 days, haven't slept in 6, 7 days, you know? So they're gonna be looking for the man of the Lord in that day. Right now, the man of the Lord on the bottom, man. And it's all good. But in that day, you would be knocking our door down. You know what I'm talking about? You know? weird guy in the corner gonna be looking real good soon. You know, that strange guy preaching, looking like a Satan. Oh, Lord willing, I even making that far, but hey, we shall see. We shall see. Says so. They said, hey, we will eat our own bread, man. They said, hey, we'll make our own bread. We'll do the cooking. It says, and wear our own apparel. They say, hey, man, we got our own clothes. We'll make our own clothes. Let us just be under you, man. To take away our approach, which a woman's approach would be getting knocked up. You know, but the women during Jacob's trouble, aka martial law, these women, they can be like, hey, brother, like what's the name? Say, strong brother, black brother. What's that song? How that song go? They'll be singing that song in that day. You know, they will be looking for you when all hell breaking loose in the streets, man. Women, they can act tough because you got the cops, 911. But when all that goes away, they're gonna be looking for a man to get on them. They ain't gonna want to be independent no more then. So the women gonna be coming. They gonna flock. But right now they can pick up the phone, dial 911. They can call their big brother. Their little cousin. But during martial law, you ain't gonna be able to get to your brother or your little cousin, man. You got to find the nearest man to you, man. And if he want to deal with you, he'll deal with you. And if I want to deal with you, I'm gonna deal with you. Now I'm saying you get up the street, you don't look good enough. It's gonna be like that, man. Get the hell away from you. And so all hell's gonna break loose, man. And all these strong, independent women, you're gonna forget all about that. When the lights go out, trucks stop running, and it's fucking pure hell out here in these streets, man. You know? And that's what's coming. So the man of the Lord ain't gotta worry about nothing, man. The Lord sending up the women, the food, the drinks, the shelter. He's setting it all up, man. Hey, you just gotta stay faithful to the end, man. I just gotta keep pushing his word, to wherever my chapter end, man. I just gotta keep doing what I'm doing. Will I get to see it or not? I just gotta keep going. But if I do get a chance to see it, hey man, I still gotta stand on this. You know, you know? These women ain't gonna have all them thirst traps set up when the lights go out, when the power cut off. You ain't better check your OnlyFans and see how much money you made. You ain't better go to the gram and look at all your messages and Check all your likes out, man. You're gonna be trying to get up under somebody, man. Like, please protect me. So the Lord's gonna humble these women too, man. Cause these women been on a high horse way too long, man. Way too long. And they about to come crashing down, man. You know? The John's about to get real cheap. You know, it might be worth a Snicker bar, man. A can of beans here soon. You know, but right now they can get on OnlyFans and make 82 million, 20 million, you know. But the Lord's gonna humble them too, man. He's gonna bring them down a notch. Several notches. Let's go to verse. We're gonna go back to Isaiah 13 and 13. I'm at 51 minutes right now. Isaiah 13 and 13. Therefore will I shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place. So I was just talking about earlier how the missile is gonna make the earth go to and fro like a drunkard. So this is Isaiah 13 and 13, backing up what I'm saying. Well, put it like this: I'm backing up what Isaiah 13 and 13 is saying. Let's put it like that. And it says, let's read it over from the beginning. Therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place, in the wrath of the Lord of hosts of armies, and in the day of the Spirit's anger. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a whole lot of shaking going on, man. Every building's gonna collapse. The Great Wall of China gonna fall, and the Taj Mahal is gonna fucking be leveled, man. You know that big ass Buddha statue in Hong Kong. That shit just went took over, man. I can climb that shit too, man. That statue, I was a motherfucker up there on the steps, man. I almost passed out climbing all them damn steps, looking at that shit. You know, when I was bugged out, you know, took a trip to Hong Kong and looked at that humongous ass Buddha statue, that idol. You know, oh yeah, and that Christ the Redeemer down there in South America. What is it, Brazil? Rio de Janeiro, I believe. That shit was like all back, you know? You know, everything's gonna be moved out of its place, man. Oh yeah, you can't forget about the good old Washington Monument. You know, that's just gonna be boom. Verse 14, and that shall be as the chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, they shall every man turn to his own people. So yeah, it's talking about the chase row. We're talking about Esau, man, the Edomites, man. It's gonna be as the chase row. Everybody gonna be on his ass, man. All hell breaking loose. You got martial law in the streets. You know, everybody gonna be neck to neck, man. He even talked about how family members gonna turn against each other, man. You know, he speaks about how you gonna pretty much you gonna kill your next door neighbor, man. because you're gonna be starving in that day. You know, and they say 14 days without food, you're gonna turn to cannibalism, man. And you're gonna be sitting there on that eighth day without food, and you're gonna be like, I know this motherfucker got some food next door. He's holding out on me, man. I just know it. You know, so you gonna get up. You know, you gonna take that last few bullets you got. You know, or you might just got one mag left, and you gonna go over there. You gonna cock that bitch and stick it in your neighbor's mouth, man, and blow his shit out all over the ground, and say, hey, I need this water, and I need these damn sardines, man. That's how real it's gonna get. You know, or you might just go over there with an axe. You know, go out to the garage. Like, damn, I know it's in here somewhere. Gonna be fumbling around for the X. Well, shit, in that day, you probably gonna have an X under your bed, man. In your damn, what they call it, in your sleeping bag. You gonna pull that fucking X out and say, damn it, I know he got some ramen noodles over there or something, you know? I know he got something. And you gonna go over there with the X and be like, hey, you know, your neighbor gonna peep out the window. Oh, yeah, you know, that's Jim, man. You know, or that's Leroy, let him in. He's like, no, I want to come in. Let me talk to you for a second. Come outside, you know, shoot the shit. He's like, hey, man, you know, I really need some food, man. You know, your neighbor be like, hey, man, I ain't got nothing, you know. I got to feed my family if I did have something, man. You know, if I had it, I'd give it to you. And you going to be like, in your mind, you be like, fuck that. You're like, all right. You're going to turn around and you're going to take that axe and put it in the back of his damn skull, man. And you're going to go in that house and raid them cabinets, man. You're going to raid that pantry. And that's what's going to take place. You know, you're going to raid the cabinets. And then you might even take his wife, man. You know? And that day, it's going to be like Mad Max, man. Worse than Mad Max. Cannibalism. And have people tied up in basements and eating alive. And you might just say, hey, you know, I don't need the kids, you know? And you might just chop the kids up, man. And take your neighbor's wife. It's gonna be some difficult decisions gonna have to be made in that day, man. This time of Jacob's trouble, or when martial law is declared and the economy crashes, it's gonna bring the worst out of you, man. It's gonna bring the fucking worst out of you. You're gonna be in survival mode. All you're gonna be doing is thinking about yourself and your family. And outside of that, anybody can get it. And that's how it's gonna be. Hey, you can only be solo for so long. You have to get with a vigilante group. All right. You have to shoot it out in the street with other people. You trying to take your shit. You passing your culture these days. And so you so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans can't say that you weren't born, man. I told your ass it was gonna happen, man. Let's say how about Shimmy Awashah, man. You know, you be up at night hearing blood curdling screams, man. You be hearing women in the back, in the distance, man, getting you know what, you know. You know, they psyching these women up on these movies, claiming that they superheroes and they lead in the communities with all these men, but the woman is the boss. You know, she the toughest one of them all. That shit in the movies, man. That's you try that, you know, you come out here and think you some kind of commando type of bitch. You ain't gonna make it not one day. You're not gonna make it out here one day. You know. So it says, verse 13, Isaiah 13:13, and as it be at the chase rope, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, they said, every man turn to his own people. So everybody's gonna get back to their own people again, man. You know, there will be none of that race mixing, man, during this day. We're gonna have Jake with Jake, whites with whites, Asians with Asians, man. Africans with Africans. Everybody gonna turn to their own people, and the line's gonna be drawn. And everyone that is found. Oh, hold on, hold on. It says in every and flee everyone into his own land. So you gonna have people gonna get the hell out of here, man. They going back to their own countries, man. They're gonna say the hell with this. But the ones that can make it out, they're gonna go back to their own land. Everybody gonna be at odds with each other, man. It's gonna be a race war on steroids. You know? Verse 15, every one that is found shall be crushed through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So the Lord's gonna put y'all to death, man. You so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. You wanna go lay up under E, man. Esau Edom. And the Lord's gonna, put your ass to death, man. He gonna let you get all up under the so-called white people. And he gonna let them kill your ass, man. You know? So you got to get on it. All right. The Lord gonna put the spirit on you to go that way. You're like, oh, I'm black. Some black folks. I know they my people, but I ain't like them. You know? You always got that one nigga like that, man. You know? And they gonna say, all right, yeah, you come with us. And you're gonna walk in the midst of the crowd. You know how the crowd's all spread out. And you walk in, they're gonna close in, and they're gonna put your ass to death. They're gonna hang your ass from a tree. You know? Or they gonna have your ass like on Wizard of Oz when the monkeys was dragging Scarecrow. They gonna drag your ass like that, man, straight to the tree. You know? So it's like I don't know, just put one in your head right there. Who knows? Who knows? They, they might have a little fun with you. Have a axe throwing contest, tie your ass up, and just throw them axes at your ass, man. So they put you out of your misery. You know? That's what's gonna happen to you so-called people in the kingdom every day. You can try to get up under the so-called white people during this day, and they gonna fucking kill you, man. 'Cause they ain't trusting no niggas in that day. No damn wetbacks. It's just that simple. And it says, let's go to verse 16. I'm gonna close it off on 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. So yeah, your children will get put to death during this time, right before your very eyes, man. Their houses shall be spoiled. Yeah, so your house is gonna be ransacked, looted. You know, that shit's gonna be looted. Children killed right in front of your eyes, man. And their wives ravished. You already know what that means. I ain't making this up. I didn't sit up last night and write this Bible myself, man. They say your children gonna be dashed to pieces before your eyes, before their eyes. Their houses spoiled, and the wives ravished, man. Because there's gonna be nothing but vigilante groups out here taking over, man. They see something they want. It's gonna be mob ruling that day, man. They're gonna put you to death and take your woman and put the kids to death too. And say, "Oh, coming with me. I'm her new husband." That's gonna happen to everybody. All nations right there. Everybody gonna get a taste of that. But you so-called Negro Latinos and y'all done fucked up, man. Big time. We done fucked up big time. So it's gonna be a beautiful thing. Because man, the Lord, man like myself, like-minded man, all through the spirit of your how by yourself, man, and telling you turn back to your power before it's too late. But no, he said, no, I got things to do. I gotta get this rap career going. I'm trying to open up a new restaurant You know, I'm trying to get this NBA contract. Or man, I just bought 2 keys, man. I just bought 2 keys. I can't turn back to the Lord right now. You know, I just read up. Nah, niggas think, man. I just read up, man. I can't turn to the Lord right now. Whatever they say it is. People got all kind of excuses in the world, man. But once that martial law declared, it's over. You know, once the man of the Lord get off the streets, it's over for y'all, man. And you can't say you wasn't warned. You can't say you wasn't warned, man. Not on my watch. I'm gonna come out here, rain, sleet, or snow. So you can't put it on with me. You listen, you don't, you don't. So that baby mama you love so much, the Lord gonna take it from you, man, and put you to death and give it to somebody else. That ass kids you love so much that you put before the Lord, you gonna have them killed, man. You know? I just read the precept, man. And you can't watch enough MacGyver. You gotta be old enough who he is, though. MacGyver, man, to get you through this. You gonna have to watch MacGyver, motherfucking Bear Grylls. You gonna have to get you some tactical training, some UFC training, MMA to probably even have a chance, man. You got to hit that shooting range. You got to hit that shooting range, and then once the ammo run out, you gotta get that knife game going, man. So you ought to be out there practicing. You taking these classes. So eventually, the bullets run out, and then it's gonna be nothing but fists and knives, man, and bats and whatever the case may be. You know. So hey, like I said before, better you than me, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Before I get out of here, I'm gonna give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Shalom.